Welcome everybody to Totally Experts. He's Sap. I'm Shane. T-Sap. It's been a while. We haven't been able to do it for a lot of different reasons, sickness, being out of town, face surgery, all kinds of different things. But we're back today and ready to talk about things we've missed and also some things that maybe are still actively going on. Um, so let's just get started with what you've been up to since the last time we talked. It's been about a month
Probably
and a
about a
half
month,
since
yeah.
we've been able to get on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
What have you been up to?
just been getting these girls ready for basketball season and coaching some games. I guess we've played 8 games or seven? 7 games, I think. 5-2. Is that what we are? Or 6-2? I can't even, I don't even know. I know we've lost 2 games, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I usually keep up with it on my board in my room, but I was just thinking I have not started that yet.
I've
So
got it right here. But
I knew the two, but I didn't know the wins
what in
off
the
the top
heck
of
is
my head.
going on? Yeah, 6-2. 6-2. That's what we are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
I haven't.
doing that,
Yeah.
getting into
We're
that.
gonna. Yeah, we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
dive into that here in a little bit, because, like I've told you before, you've probably forgotten more about basketball than I know,
No, and
and
I don't know much.
I I openly admit that when it comes to basketball. But I have some observations as well that I'd like to share just as a spectator, and then you can dive into the X's and O's of it, or what you're seeing from it from a coaching standpoint. But just to address some of the things that we've talked about in the past, we haven't been able to get to. We got some coaching carousels going on here in college football, and we had talked initially about how we thought Florida obviously was going to be open
Yeah.
and Auburn maybe, and then I was real set on Kentucky being open. So when all the dominoes fell, those three became open. Arkansas, I think the last time recorded, Arkansas came open that day,
Yeah, and then
and then
LSU was open too last time we recorded.
and then right, okay, and so then the Lane Kiffin debacle started, and me and you both had talked about it. We both agreed, or at least I think, if I remember correctly, that LSU was a better job than Florida, at least right now.
Yeah.
However, I don't know in this day and age with college football, NIL, transfer portal, I don't know that I would have left Ole Miss. What's your thoughts on that? Would you have stayed or would you have went to LSU?
Well, I hate LSU, so I would have not went to LSU. But
So you would have stayed.
but I mean, yeah, we can talk about NIL and stuff all day long, but the fact of the matter is within 24 hours of him being at LSU, he'd already signed more 5 stars than he did his whole time at Ole Miss. Now, 5 stars don't mean anything really, because some 5 stars pan out great, and some 5 stars don't ever amount to anything. You'd rather have guys with some 5-star hearts than 5 stars.
Yeah.
I couldn't resist throwing the 5-star hearts out there.
Well, I thought you were going to bring up Nico, but then you throw in Butch Jones. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, just like Faison Brandon may never amount to anything. We don't know, but I mean, that's why you play the game. If everybody just signed players and we played them on a computer, then it wouldn't matter the size of the heart that somebody has and the will and the determination. I mean, just look at the NFL. Plenty of undrafted players go on to have good careers and this, that, and the other. And same thing with Joey Aguilar. Played JUCO and was 8-4 as an SEC quarterback this year, which isn't obviously what we wanted, but like still coming, no offers out of high school to being able to do that. Like you just can't, I think the recruiting stuff, the recruiting sites and stuff's way out of hand and crazy. Anyway, it's just some dude's opinion in my, to me, but that's also my opinion. So,
Yeah. For me, with the craziness that was going on with LSU and Brian Kelly and trying to find a way to not pay him, and then Ole Miss is actively going to be in the playoff to potentially win a national championship. Don't think they will, but they're in the playoff. Um, I know he likes challenges, and so I think that's part of the reason why he's going to do it, because he could stay at Ole Miss and they'd be able to statue for him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I understand he did it. Now, here's the thing. So in the last few days, Michigan has come open, and I know we're here in SEC country, but Michigan is a premier program. It's a logo. It's a brand.
It's a top 10 job in the
Um,
country.
yeah. So what's going to happen there? I know the reports are that they like Kalen DeBoer at Alabama, and depending on how this playoff goes, because he's not really. I don't think anybody at Alabama will be upset if he's gone. But let's say Alabama goes on a run. What does Michigan do? I'm just saying we could have a potential. I mean, you talked about this yesterday, I
Yeah.
believe, that DeBoer could leave Alabama, go to Michigan, and then boom, Alabama is now open, which everybody knows Lane Kiffin wants. And then here we go again.
Yeah. I don't I don't think that Kalen DeBoer is going to leave Alabama to go to Michigan, but crazier things have happened. But I don't see it happening. I mean they've Alabama's a crazy place. So because
Yeah.
they went from that woman on the news about winning the lottery to pay his buyout to making the playoff after the Florida State loss.
Yeah.
So I mean it's
Yeah.
but there's idiots, and by idiots I mean fans of
Yes.
everywhere, all over the place. So
Yeah, no, that's for sure. I think especially if they win one or two games, or maybe even get to the title game,
well, they're not beating
then
Oklahoma,
everything's
so it doesn't matter.
well. I'm telling you, buddy, if they don't beat Oklahoma,
Well, they're not beating Oklahoma,
I
and
mean,
I've got a good source in Oxford, Alabama, that says that the Tide ain't making it past the Sooners.
if they don't beat
Shout out, Big
Oklahoma,
Punisher.
I don't. They might run them out of town. I've got a buddy who's a big Bammer fan from Alabama. Texted me during the SEC title game and said people are not happy. So it's tough being the guy who comes after the guy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Nobody wants to be the man after the man.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's just the way it is.
we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Michigan is in a tough situation. Maybe they just ride with their assistant, and then obviously they won't be pleased with that, and then they can hit back next coaching cycle and see who they can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way I most likely see it playing out. I don't see anybody leaving. So, another thing we had done. Well, let's before we leave college football, like you just said, breaking news before we got started. Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, University of Indiana, wins the Heisman over Diego Pavia from Vandy. I don't have the exact results to see if Pavia finished second. I would probably imagine he did. Uh,
You're good. Keep going.
I would probably imagine he did. Either him or saying, but for me, it's just if I'm so glad Pavia did not win because Vandy fans this year are already insufferable, and they're whining, wanting to play a 13th game so they can try to get into the playoff. You got Pavia tweeting the president trying to get an executive order to expand the playoff. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's a little wild.
Just start collecting your Social Security and quit playing college football. That dude's 27 years old. I don't
He's
really know how old
24.
he is. Yeah,
I looked it
well,
up the other day.
anybody who
I think he's
anybody
24. He
who
actually
says
maybe
two-
he may be 20. I think he just turned 25 actually.
well, anybody
But
who
still.
wears a hat that says two turned,
Did you see his outfit?
I got no respect.
Did you
for
see his
it.
outfit walking out for the Heisman?
I've seen this. No,
Him
I've seen
and
this
his
little
brother
TikTok.
both had a turtleneck on and like 48 chains and underneath his suit jacket.
Did his brother get a leave from the jailhouse to be able to?
Well, they was,
go
I
up
don't know how many
there,
brothers
or-
he's got, but there was two of them walking with him.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I guess he
Okay.
did.
Okay. Well,
Hey, so also while we're here on the college football thing, let's go ahead and make our tournament picks.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So all right.
Ohio State.
Okay. Well, I was going to go by each one.
Okay.
So
Go
Oregon
ahead.
and JMU.
Oregon.
Okay, I got Oregon too. So Oregon would play Texas Tech. Alabama, Oklahoma. I already made mine. Oklahoma beats Alabama.
And I tell you what, Alabama ain't played well the last 5, 6 weeks, and Oklahoma was playing well. I'm gonna go Oklahoma as well. I know that's not fun to agree, but
Yeah. All right. Tulane at Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Okay. And then Miami at A&M.
Only because it's at A&M, I'm gonna take A&M.
I'm also going to take A&M. Okay. So now we got Texas Tech versus Oregon.
I'm gonna go Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Texas Tech too.
They play some really good defense.
They do. They spend a lot of money too.
Yeah, they did.
All right. Indiana, Oklahoma.
Man, I tell you what. Eventually, I think the bottom's gonna fall out for Indiana. I just don't know where. And Venables has that defense playing, but they've been struggling with offense, so I guess I'm gonna go Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. I'm going to pick Indiana as well. Georgia, Ole Miss.
Georgia.
Yeah. All right. And Ohio State, A&M.
This will be neutral site.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ohio State.
It's at the Cotton Bowl. So it's in Texas.
I'm gonna go Ohio State.
Yeah, I think Ohio State too. All right, so now we've got Texas Tech, Indiana, in Atlanta, at the Peach Bowl. I think it's in Atlanta, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Peach Bowl. Duh,
Yeah,
stupid.
I'm gonna go Texas Tech.
I'm
I
gonna
think
pick.
that's
I'm
where
gonna
the
pick
luck
Indiana.
I think that's where the luck runs out.
I'm gonna pick Indiana. Then we got Georgia, Ohio State, in the Fiesta Bowl.
Dude, that's it right there. That's the national championship. Um, Man, I tell you what, I know I said Ohio State at the beginning, but right now, I don't know if there's anybody playing as good as Georgia.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Georgia.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Georgia too, just because I hate Ohio State and I cannot. I refuse. So then we
Yeah.
got Indiana, Georgia, in championship game.
Well, you got Indiana, I got Texas Tech.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you've got Texas Tech and
e-
Georgia.
Either way, I'm going Georgia.
Okay.
You want to know why I'm going Georgia? They're battle tested. They played the Vols and Neyland. They know what it takes to win.
Well, and you're an SEC homer, so you're just going to pick SEC
I am
teams.
not.
I know you're not.
I am.
I know you're not. Just give you a time.
No,
So
I'm
I've
not.
so I've got Indiana and Georgia, and I'm picking
Okay.
the Hoosiers.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm picking the Hoosiers. I am riding the Kurt Signetti wagon. Hitch them up, and let's roll out.
And you know,
A basketball
you're
school
crazy.
wins the football national championship.
I think you're crazy, but I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? I mean, too, how many times does a Heisman Trophy winner win the national championship as well? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So-
Well, hey, and also too, like I will say this though: if Ohio State beats Georgia, Ohio State's going to win the national championship. Because I just don't think, because I think Ohio State's coaches are just too good to be beat by Indiana twice.
No, I agree. Yeah.
So I think if Ohio State gets past Georgia, they go back to back.
Yeah. No, I agree. I just think Georgia second half of the year got it rolling. I mean, what they did to Alabama. Now, granted, some of that's on Alabama as well, but what they did to Alabama, they just look. I mean, you know what you're getting with Kirby.
Yeah,
You know they're going to be able to run the ball and they're going to be able to play defense. And if Gunnar Stockton can make a few plays and not mess it up, I think they win.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Now, that'd be what, 3 for Kirby in 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get Gunnar Stockton drunk on Good Morning America the next day.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think his truck will make it to New York.
Yeah. Did you see that piece they did on SEC? Maybe it was Game Day. It's the guy with the faux hawk. And he spent the day with them, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Here's the old truck. We'll see if we can get it cranked up." Didn't even know if it would crank up.
Yeah. That's right.
Crazy. All right. So our high school football picks we had picked at the beginning of the year. Um, 1A, after my mess up with Paige, we both just, you said South Pitt. Let me give you credit where credit's due. You said South Pitt from the beginning, and then after my mess up, I said, screw it, let's go South Pitt. South Pitt wins 1A.
Yep.
So we got that one.
I think that's number
Number
seven.
two,
Number 7 for them
I
in
believe
school
that's right
history.
now. 2A, I don't know if we both had Marion. I had Marion.
I had
I
Marion
can't remember
too.
if we both. Okay.
Yeah, I
And
had
it ends
Marion
up
too.
being Huntington.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
surprise
I mean, I
there.
had them in the. I mean, they made it. They made it to the state championship game. So I mean, that's.
Yes. No, I mean, yeah. 3A, Westview is
Yeah.
who won it. That's actually who I also wrote down. I can't remember if I wrote them down for both of us or if that was just me.
I do. I
Um,
have no idea who I picked for 3A.
okay.
I do
Well,
not. I do
I
not
have
remember.
Westview written down. 4A, we both had Alcoa.
Yeah.
Okay. 5A, once you corrected me, I threw Paige in there. I
Yeah.
don't remember who you said.
I don't remember who I picked for
You may
5A
have said
either.
Paige as well.
Probably
So we got that, and then we both said Oakland for
6A.
6A.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't remember who I picked for 3A.
I don't remember
I
either.
know.
I wrote
I know.
down
I know. I
Westview.
know it wasn't Westview.
Yeah. I also wrote down, I don't know if you can see, Sap says yes to Alcoa. So we wrote down the notes, kept good notes there. It was a fun season, fast season,
Yeah. I feel like it
real
went by pretty
fast.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like basketball's going by pretty quick here too. We're almost to Christmas.
I know it. I think the most fun I had with the high school football season was one, keeping up with the fighting Tyler Browns over there at Grundy
At
County.
Grundy. Yeah.
And
They had a,
then
they had a great
two,
run.
yeah. And then two, Alcoa came down here to Baxter in my backyard and played Upperman. And Upperman kept it interesting for about a quarter and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, fast season, fun season. And the coach from South Pitt, forgive me, I don't know his name off the top of my head, but I saw his interview. I told you this the other day.
Yeah.
They interviewed him after the game. He said, "We're going to go home tonight. We're going to enjoy it. Going to take tomorrow and enjoy it, and then the next day we go to work on next year."
Yep.
And I love that mentality. We're not going to sit here and pat ourselves on the back. We got work to do.
That's
So,
right. By work,
but
I mean go find some more kids.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, me and you were talking about this yesterday, and then I seen another article today with the Tennessean, and you'll be more well versed in this than I will. But for those who don't know, explain the TSSAA and the state legislature looking at potentially doing the one-time transfer rule for any reason.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously, right now we have that in place for emotional, mental, social, and academic reasons. But I mean, I read the same article you did, or well, I don't have a subscription in Tennessee, and so I read the little preview that it allows you to
Yes.
read. But to my understanding, is they're working on that to, just a one-time transfer for any time for anything. I know they threw a lot of things around last spring or this past spring about before sophomore year. I don't know if that's gonna be included in the language of it or not, or if it's just gonna be anytime. So but I think what we have right now is not good because I mean they put the statistics out. There was like I think there was only like 33 kids in the state that was like denied by their previous school. So we're talking, I mean, out of like 500 and something that transferred. So a lot of people were just like, nah, I don't want to fool with it. Just
Yeah.
let them. And that's the way that I would be too. Like you don't want to be here in my program. Then I'm not going to hinder you to go somewhere else for you to be happy, or for you
Yeah.
to get what you're looking for. Like it is what it is. But I know a lot of people are not going to be happy with that because they're always sending our kids the wrong message. Like, yeah, I mean, I get all that. I understand that. But at the same time, like, if you're treated like crap at your job, are you going to continue to work there, or are you going to go find a different job?
Yeah.
You're probably going to go find a different job if you can. Now, that's not always
Right.
the case, but I mean, and that is no different than what our kids are doing. If our kids are treated like crap somewhere else, then they should have the opportunity to go play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, and I know it's like I know that, hey, we don't want to teach our kids that when it gets tough to quit or go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we're in a day and age where it's win.
Yeah.
And if you ain't winning, then you're probably not. I mean, not everybody. I mean, like when I was in high school, we won 26 games at Bledsoe County my whole high school career, give or take a few. Okay, because Coach T, and all the scores are on Coach T. From when I looked, like 26 and 71. Not everybody's going to sit through that now.
Yeah.
Of course, now I wasn't good enough to go anywhere and play, so it didn't matter. I probably could have come to
Right.
Spencer or something because I was tall and they had no height then. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
But I was not very good, so it didn't matter. So that was all I was going to do was that. But like now, it's started at the NCAA obviously, and it's going to trickle down to everything else now. And well, actually, I'll say this: I don't even know that it. I think that AAU's had a big part in this as well because, these teams will go play for EYBL teams, Kentucky Premier, Flight, Silver, or whatever, or or just go play for Tennessee Rush, and then they meet buddies from other teams and like, oh, I'd like to go play with my teammates that I play AAU with if it's possible, this, that, and the other, and
Right.
and then hold on, and then of course also I think social media as well because everybody's posting about all this other stuff and this, that, and the other, and I remember like when we would play. Now, like I said, I'm from Bledsoe County, so Sequatchie County is our rival. All right, we hated them dudes. Hated them. Didn't want, and they hated us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but now it's like everybody's friends on. Like I remember years ago when I was first teaching, and I was still a girls coach, but our boys team had a pretty good team, and they were like friends with the dudes from Bledsoe, and they'd talk all the time. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
No.
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 Like, and just this year, I had a girl from another team text one of my girls say, "Hey, good luck tonight." And we were playing them. We were playing this team. Hey, good luck tonight. I know you'll do great, brother. No, ain't none of that going on.
No. No. I'm with you.
No. So I mean, it's just like I don't know. And that was a long tangent, but
Well, no. Kids are different today. They just are. They operate.
well, I mean, we're
differently.
different too, though. Like, I mean, the adults are different as well. Like, I don't want to put it all just on the kids.
Well, no, like me and you were different than what our parents were. It's just a generational thing. So, like,
Yeah.
yeah, the kids are different, and that's how it's always going to be.
You know where this falls back to?
What's that?
Participation trophies.
Well, but see, that's a thing that I don't know. It's necessarily our generation. Maybe like the generation before. I don't really know because like they didn't do it. I don't know. Somewhere within our generation, going into the next, that kind of started. So I don't think you're necessarily wrong. It's just kids are more, and they are different. It's not a bad thing, and it's just the way they're
Well, I
growing up,
also want to add,
interconnected.
yeah. Well, I also want to add this too is it's also like you have more information now in all aspects of life and all aspects of everything. We have more information now than any time on the planet is right now.
But anyway, so basketball season has started.
Yeah,
Like you said, you're 6-2, 5-2, whatever it is.
6-2.
6-2. Okay, just finished up. You had what, 3 games last week? Yeah,
Yeah,
three
three
games
games
last week.
last week. Yeah.
One this week and then a tournament.
Yep.
So what are you seeing starting out? For those who maybe haven't paid attention to the first few episodes, this is high school girls basketball. What are you seeing starting out? 6-2. Um, I'll say this: we're not going to do any rat poison, but high expectations this season, right? So, what are you seeing so far in the girls on the team so far?
Well, I mean, I've seen like obviously we, we've played some teams that we've blown out, and that's going to happen. Obviously, when you're a good team, you're gonna blow out some people. But like the things that I want to see is like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the score is. Like this is something I've told them about every game. That we do the things that we're supposed to do every time, how we're supposed to do it, regardless of what the score is.
Yeah.
If you're in the game, you're going to do it. And I just don't feel like we did that last night. I just felt I feel like we were very careful, and I feel like we have done that with the other teams.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what it was about last night that we were just super careless with the ball, getting deflections. They played harder than we did. We still beat them by 30,
Yeah.
but I feel like they played harder than we did. Majority
Right.
of the game. And that once again, it's human nature to if you know you're better than somebody, but you can't have it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's my job. That's on me 100% all the time. Like
Yeah.
we cannot have that mentality, that attitude. It may have been because it was Christmas sweater night. Everybody's laid back, chill, having a good have been something with that. You just never know. And you're dealing with teenagers.
Yeah. I do know too. Like, it was a long week. You had two
Yeah.
away games, one of which was pretty far off.
It was
So I
pretty
know
far
there
off,
were some
and
people
a
that were,
tightly contested game at that.
yeah. So,
So
some people were tired. I will say this. Let me add some context before you go any further. Um, you did have a game earlier this week where you were up by a significant amount. I won't mention the team, but you were up, if I remember correctly,
it's
was it
51-2 at
51 to
halftime.
2
51-2
at,
at
at
halftime.
halftime? Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all come out in the third quarter, and very quickly in the third quarter, uh, you call a timeout. Now, they weren't making a run.
Yeah.
It's not like they had cut it, but you called a timeout very quick because there was something you saw. I'm talking, I feel like it was in the first minute, maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, probably in the first 2 minutes, I think.
Yeah, something that you seen that you didn't like, even though you were up by 49. And so I'll say that was some context because as you know, and people who know us know, I don't like to give you flowers that much. I like to rib you as much as I can. But I did like seeing that because now, granted, I'll be honest, we were all up in the stands talking about how this was crazy. So I didn't see what it was that you were upset about, but I recognized why you were calling the timeout because there was something you weren't happy
Well, they got
about.
2 or 3 offensive rebounds in a row. I'm pretty sure what that was about. But and the girls hear this, but like rebounding's all effort. 100% effort. Now you ain't gonna pull every one of them,
Yeah,
but we got
sure.
to have effort on every one of them. And so that was what that was. And I think I did the same thing when we was playing
Yeah.
my alma mater there the other day too.
I think so. Yeah, I think you did. But also too,
I couldn't do that.
I
I couldn't do
think
that
this
last
is.
night, even though I was very upset because I ripped my pants. So
Oh, you did rip
I
them?
did rip them. They were so tight.
Oh,
I told my assistant I said I'm gonna rip these pants for this night's over with.
yeah. Well, you told me that because I
Yeah, I
was down
told you that
there.
too.
I came
Yeah.
down to the bench before the game, so it was Christmas sweater night. T-Sap is not wearing a Christmas sweater. He's wearing a Christmas red suit,
Yep.
jacket, pants, the whole nine. And he was worried. He normally likes to do the coach squat on one knee type thing where you're on on the baseline there by the bench, and he was afraid he could not do it. So I didn't know you actually ripped him though.
Yeah, I did rip him right in the crotch, son.
Okay. Well, by the time you came and sat with me and my wife after the game, you had done change, so I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yes, with your alma mater, I believe you did that as well. But correct me if I'm wrong too. Like, yes, you're going to blow some people out, but you've intentionally scheduled out of district tougher games, raise the level of competition, right?
Yes, way much higher competition than
Yeah.
we played last year. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because like the two losses, like look here, nobody likes to lose. There's no such thing as moral victories, right? Um, but the two losses, one from my perspective, the first one, y'all got down by a decent amount, but you did that. I didn't see any quit,
Yeah.
and y'all actually made a little bit of a run there at the end and made it closer. Okay. Um, the second loss, really tough, heavily contested game, both
Well, I
sides.
mean,
Like I
same thing
told
though.
you,
He's down 11 going into halftime.
yeah, made a run in the third and got up by 8. I think is what we
7 or 8,
said
yeah,
yesterday.
something like that.
So that's a what 18, 19 point swing right
Yeah.
there. Um, it was just a good hard fought game on the road. Um, control what you can control is what I know you always
Yeah,
say.
and I did
And there
not
were
do
some
that. And I did
things
not do
that
that, and I lost us the game. So
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'll say it because I'm not the basketball coach here. Okay, so there was, and I've told you this, and I've talked to some of the girls as well. There was a lot of things that happened in that game that we could control. I'm gonna say we, we could
yeah, yeah,
control to where if we handled that layups, that doesn't. It's not even a game.
yeah,
But yeah, so 6-2 going into the tournament, and then we get it to Christmas break, and then I guess January starts really district play. I mean, heavy district, it's all district from that point on, isn't it?
yeah. Well, Sell Creek's in our district, so we played them Friday. But
Yeah,
and then we got
right.
Whitwell Monday,
Yeah,
and then so that third district too, and then so
yeah,
we'll have 4 more district games after Christmas. When you got a 14 district, you
yeah.
don't have a
That's true.
lot of district
That's
games.
true.
But Christmas
That's
tournament,
true.
a lot of people are excited about the Christmas tournament game, first round.
Yes, yes.
One of my parents texted me today, said, "Hey, is this going to be live streamed anyways? Got a lot of people down here. Because I've been getting asked this. People are interested in it." They don't have any FHS, man, so probably not. Don't know what to
So
tell you.
you said that's the first round.
That's first game, yeah. Us versus
You know, I'm
Warren County.
I'm excited about that. Me and my friends in Warren County, we get along just peachy. So I'm
That's
excited for
right.
that one. I will be up there with y'all. So I'm
Yeah,
excited about that.
be good.
Yeah, I know some of the girls were hoping for snow, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit warmer. Snow's going to miss us maybe. So
Yeah,
but that would be nice. Snow in the mountains right before Christmas.
yeah. It's supposed to be like 60 and raining
Yeah,
on that Thursday.
I don't like it.
So
Yeah, I don't like.
hopefully it just don't
I don't
rain on
like
us
warm
too
weather.
much at Dollywood. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
get 2 hours with no
Um,
rain at Dollywood. We'll be doing good.
Yes.
We'll be
Yeah.
doing
Which
good.
me and one of the girls that's on the team were talking about when we went up there. She was with us for senior trip last year, and it rained.
Oh yeah,
You ain't never seen it rain as much as it rained that day, man. I tell you what, it was
the
crazy.
Amazon
So,
rainforest.
it was. So yeah, I mean, I think that's all I had for today. You got anything else you want to bring up today?
No, I just kind of wanted to. I kind of wanted to do something at the end in the
Okay.
future if I can remember to do it. But so I want to ask you what you're reading, what you're watching, and if you're playing anything. If you're not playing a phone game, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll start because mine won't be as interesting as yours.
Mine probably won't be very interesting
Because
either. But
I am I'm not playing much, but what I am playing is I'm still just playing NCAA football.
yeah,
I'm watching Okay. You ever watch two things at once?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm watching two different shows right now.
Like I used to watch
I'm
Seinfeld and Family Guy.
watching.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I know that's two different things, but I'm just messing. What are you talking about, man? I would watch Simpsons, Family Guy, and American Dad, all three back to back. That's three shows at once. What are you talking about?
That Seinfeld TikTok the other day, dude. I love Seinfeld.
She
Anyway,
had man hands. I love Seinfeld so much.
yes, that bit about the car reservation, it tickles me every time.
Yeah.
She's like, I know how reservations work. I don't
I
think
think
you
you
do.
do.
So I'm watching. I believe it's either season 3 or season 4 of the morning show. Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon. It might be season 3. Season 3 or 4. And then also watching season 3 of White Lotus. I'm on the first episode of it. And then for books, I am currently reading. I told you this.
You still reading Clay
The
Travis's
new.
book?
I'm still reading Clay Travis.
We won't mention the name of the book, but
We won't mention the name of the book. You can look it up if you want. It is his newest book. As you know, I've recently had the surgery, so I haven't read because it was kind of the patch was not the
yeah,
patch, the bandage
was
was kind of
in
interfering with
your
my sight
vision.
a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I just got the stitches out last week, and then we were on the road, doing basketball and stuff a lot last week, and we're getting into finals at school, so I've been busy
Yeah.
doing that. So I'll tell you what, I brought it with me today because we made the trek to Lebanon, Tennessee, to go to try In-N-Out Burger that just opened here
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
Tennessee. Um, I can story for another day. It wasn't that bad. Didn't need the book. The wait wasn't that bad. But I will be bringing it to Gatlinburg. So that's what I'm reading right now. And then I've got another one in reserve, ready to go after that. So that's what I'm reading, watching, and playing. What about you?
Well, I'm reading Shadow of the Gods. I don't remember who the author is. Something John Gwynn, maybe. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
It's funny thing is I'm not very too far into it because there's a character in it, and her name is, I see I'm about to say it wrong right now. I think it's a she, could be a he. I don't know. The person's name is Orca.
Okay.
Right, I think that's how it's pronounced. I have no idea. It's Norse mythology, fantasy, dragon stuff. I'm a sucker for them dragons. So, but it's spelled with a K, and the way that my mind works. See, I don't fully read things. I mean, that's why I can read books so fast because my mind will just see a few letters. Okay, that's the word. And then we go scroll
Yes.
on. So every time I see this name, I think it's okra. And that's what I read
Oh yeah.
is okra. So this person's name is now okra in this
Yeah.
is in this
Yeah.
book because that's what my mind sees. I see an O and a K, a 4-letter word
Yeah.
with O and K in it. That's okra.
Yeah.
And
Well, you said K, and I immediately thought okra. So
yes. Yeah.
yeah, I
So,
can see it.
that's it. And then I'm also you were watching two shows at once. I'm reading two books
Okay.
I'm listening to the Game of Thrones. I've got 5 hours left in the second one.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to Game of Thrones. I am reading Shadow of the Gods. And then I just finished playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It was a really good game. It's a medieval RPG game set in Bohemia.
Yeah.
After I can't remember what the king's name was that died, but King Sigismund and then Wenceslas. King Sigismund kidnaps King Wenceslas. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. It's weird. But Sigismund ends up becoming the Holy Roman Emperor. So it's set in like 1403.
Yeah.
Wenceslas was supposed to be the Holy Roman Emperor, but he would never go to Rome for the Pope to do the thing, to christen
Yeah.
him, I guess is the right word. But Sigismund kidnaps him because he was a drunkard, apparently. Didn't want to do any politicking. So, and then this is
Yeah.
like, you're a knight, or you're not a knight, you're a lowborn person. who's a bastard of a nobleman, and
Gotcha.
you're fighting Sigismund's army and the because I think he was the king of wherever Prague's at, Hungary. He was the king of Hungary, is what Sigismund was, and he was trying to
Yeah.
become the king of Bohemia and then the Holy Roman Empire, or whatever. So it was pretty. It was a pretty good game. The sword. I mean, I love medieval stuff, so the sword fighting's really cool, and you got to pick which side you want to attack on and block, and then So it was really good game. And then what was the other one? What am I watching?
You're not a big watcher,
I'm not a
though.
big watcher, but I'm rewatching Game of Thrones. so I'm
You're a rewatcher.
but it's the thing is like I'm a rewatcher, but I'm not a rereader. I will not, I've not ever reread a book, but I will rewatch shows like crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I typically am a rewatcher, and the same. I don't reread a book. I don't read as many books as you, anyway. But I don't reread. I rewatch. Like Friday Night Lights. I've rewatched. 10 times. Stuff like that. But,
Yeah. Well, that's me with that
to
70s show.
reread a book.
I've rewatched that 70s show about 40
Yeah.
times. But
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother.
yeah, How Much
that
Your Mother,
kind
all
of
that stuff.
Well, we were just talking about Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Too,
Seinfeld.
but,
Yeah. I'm also watching that Death by Lightning show.
Yes, that is on my list. As
on
I told you
Netflix.
for Christmas. Yeah, Christmas break. I'm gonna get into that. So I didn't want to start it until I get these other two done.
Yeah.
So that's
I guess
what
I'm gonna have to watch
I'll be
season 2
doing.
of House of the Dragon too, because I ain't watched it yet either. So that's probably what's gonna be next after I get done with.
I try. Like I told you, I've tried them. Can't do it. Can't. Can't. Can't do it.
I just love medieval stuff. I want to watch the last King. Is it the Last Kingdom on Netflix? There's like 5 seasons of it, and it's like Viking stuff, but it was like Netflix's challenge to Game of Thrones. I think it's called The Last Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I really love. That's what because I was telling my wife today. I was like, I started playing Cyberpunk 2077, and I just had to quit playing it because I'm like, I was like, I like my RPG games. I said I don't like shooting guns in my RPG games, and she's like,
Yeah.
because I play I'm also playing Battlefield because I play first person shooter games. That's mostly what I play, But like, I was like, I just can't. I was like, I just don't want to do that. I want a sword and I want a bow and arrow in my RPG games, So I did not finish it. I did not like it. So I will.
Yeah, I can't do that either. I will do some first person shooter, but mostly I just do football in the game. So
Yeah.
but, all right. Well, I think that's a good idea. We'll try to pick it up. It may take, like I said, you read more than I do.
Well, that's fine.
So mine may take a bit, but I will have some downtime this week in Gatlinburg up there. So I might get it done because it's pretty good so far. So but anyway, that's all I've got. You got anything else?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. Well, John Cena's last ever matches tonight. I know
You got 53 minutes.
I know. Well, I told my wife. I turned it on. Shout out, Mr. Dustin Key for sending me his Peacock subscription information. That way, I didn't have to download Peacock just to watch this last match.
Don't be admitting to password sharing on the internet. The NSA will be at your door tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Well, hey, it'll be over. But I know a lot of people aren't into it. But for a lot of people, it's not really my childhood. People your age might be more your childhood, but
no, son. I remember watching Stone Cold.
Look, let me say something. I used to be.
You're not that much older than me, son.
I know. I used to be all in on Hulk Hogan, right? And I never thought anybody would overtake Hulk Hogan. And then The Rock came around. I was all in on The Rock. I never thought. But John Cena is the GOAT.
I'm not going to say anything because I don't care enough about it to have an opinion.
Look, I was sitting there last night at the game, real quick before we go, and one of the girls' moms was sitting 2 rows behind us, and she has a son as well, and he was sitting behind me, and he had all his friends, and she was like, "Mr. Hall, if they're bothering you, you just tell them to hush, let me know, whatever." And they were over there talking about John Cena and his last match. So I was like, "No, that's fine. We're just gonna talk about it." And so we started talking, and I was like, "You gonna be upset?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Yeah, me and Mr. Key are gonna be upset too. Difference is we're 40-year-old men."
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's
So
a good way to end it.
yeah. So we'll see y'all next time and try to get done next week.
All right. Peace out.
Peace out.